So, a pretty amusing turn of events. I am trying to get my camera deal all set up for the 2021 lawn season and YouTube and all this kind of stuff. And I just took a look at my uh, phone because I wanted to be able to just record videos from my phone and be able to have a nice microphone to be able to plug into my phone. And so I noticed that my case, the where the microphone or the headphone port is on my case, it was in the wrong location. So I was like, oh, well, that's weird. So I just got all the adapters I needed to make sure my microphone fits onto my phone. And when I looked just now, and I popped the case off to plug the microphone in, discovered my phone does not have a headphone port. I thought I had an enough phone where that wasn't going to be an issue, but apparently it is. So, so I'm just getting ready for. I'm in the middle of this Echo UAG meeting thing, and we're coming back from break, so I figured I would talk to you guys. I guess kind of in between. So I'm really looking forward to talking to you guys more about that once I'm able to. But in the meantime, just wanted to let you guys know what I've been doing, because I haven't really been posting that much, and that's because I've been doing the father thing. With schools being at home and everything, it's pretty tough for whichever spouse ends up with school duty. And especially with my child being special needs, doing online school with a special needs kid it's a lot of work. And so I was talking to my wife, and basically what I decided, or what we decided was that for basically I wasn't really going to seek out new work. If new work came, I'd take it, but I wasn't going to actively seek it out. And so basically I've been doing school with my son in the mornings, and then in the afternoon she's been taking the afternoon shift basically, and then any work that I need to get done happens in the afternoon. So basically I work from like 1 to 5, and I take care of my son in the morning, and it's been pretty awesome. One of the good things about being self-employed is I get to do stuff like that. When I worked for another company, that wasn't an option that was available to me. So it's been pretty great. For those of you, because there's a lot of new people on this channel over the last month, a couple hundred new folks have come on here, which is awesome. So I just wanted to tell you guys something that I do every January. It's a little late to be telling you about this, but to kind of get some extra cash flowing during the winter season, because in Maryland we don't really do much snow. I have a program I offer to my clients where if they agree to prepay for the season, I give a 15% discount. So like a $35 per cut customer, which is a weekly customer, typically for me is worth $980. If they're willing to prepay for the season in the month of January, knock 15% off, which brings that 980 down to 833. And it's a program I've done every year, and I usually market it pretty hard. Interestingly enough, I'm not marketing it hard this year, because I've had a lot of people, more people than I had planned, take advantage of the program. Usually, I would usually say about 10% of my customers take advantage of this program each year, and as of now, I think we're already past 10%, and I don't want to go too much past 10%. I'd be okay with 15%, but if we hit 20%, I'm just not going to like it. No, it's not there's anything wrong with it, I just won't like it. So that's a program that I've been offering. What else is going on? As you guys may have seen, I've been accepted to the Echo User Advisory Group. I really can't tell you much about that now, but I should be able to very, very soon, because I'm doing the orientation for it now. And so, what else do I want to tell you guys? I don't know. I'm in a camper, in case you couldn't tell. That's kind of been, I've kind of got two winter projects that I'm working on here. One is getting my backyard into usable shape for my son, because I feel kind of bad for how much the business has taken over. And the other project is we bought a Trail Manor camper, which I think I've told you guys about before. And actually, I think I'm... nope. Are we back on? Yep, we're back. So, gotta go. I'm back from break. So anyway, we've got this Trail Manor camper, and there's actually a decent amount of work that needs to happen with this thing. It's an older camper, got it for pretty cheap, and so I've been working on getting this all good to go. But I gotta tell you, man, I'm really excited about this Echo user advisory group that I'm a part of, in the Echo Means Business community. That I don't know if you guys know about echomeansbusiness.com. I've been on there for a couple of years, but there's some pretty cool things happening there, and so I would encourage you guys. I would encourage you to hop on Echo Means Business, but I think I don't want to tease anything because I'm not the most technologically savvy guy, so I may have really misunderstood some stuff. But if what I'm seeing, if what I thought I heard is correct. I think there's going to be a really cool, unique way for us to connect on there. I could be completely wrong. We'll find out in a couple weeks. But I stay tuned on that one. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up what's going on. Welcome all you new people. And we'll get back in the swing of things. I'm going to end the video before this break ends because I don't want another weirdo ending, so this is Randy with Duel and Cut and Trim. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. I hope you had oh, I know what I wanted to say. I'm recording this and hopefully get uploaded on January 18th, MLK Jr.'s birthday, and it wouldn't be a fitting thing to talk about or to upload on MLK Day without telling you about I've read a book, and it's goodness, I don't remember what it's called. I believe it's called Bearing the Cross. Great book about Martin Luther King Jr. I had the privilege of going to a historically black college, Bowie State University. That's where I got my degree, and so the really cool thing about doing that was I actually got to study leaders in history that I probably wouldn't have learned as much about in other schools. And Martin Luther King Jr. was definitely one of those people. Was not a perfect guy, but he allowed himself to be used, and he did something really incredible. And he's one of the great orators in American history. I really encourage you to listen to some of his speeches. Not even, for the content, sure, but just for the way he speaks. He's a brilliant communicator, or was. Especially if you go on like his Meet the Press interviews and things like that. He's got a poise that most people don't have. I don't think I would have been able to handle things the way he did if I'd been in similar situations. And I think Martin, and I gotta be careful how I say this because I'm not trying to get into politics at all with this, but I think there's a lot our generation could learn from leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. He was a part of a movement that did have two competing ideas for how to get things done, with him really representing a peaceful effort, and folks like Malcolm X, who also, I read a really good book of his that I cannot remember what it's called about him, but Malcolm X kind of representing a more violent might be too strong a word, but definitely not peaceful. But I really feel like people on all sides of the spectrum of this world would really benefit from studying Martin Luther King Jr. and how he conducted himself, how he lived his life. Was he perfect? No. But he's really an excellent example for how a leader should conduct themselves and how a movement should conduct themselves. And I'm going to keep it as generic as possible, but I will say that I mean this. I think no matter what your persuasion is or what your opinion is on stuff, Martin Luther King Jr. is a guy to be admired, to be studied. Because I'm telling you, and I don't mean just like his I have a dream speech and stuff like that. I mean, just go in and just some of the, for lack of a better term, uninteresting interviews that he did. And look at the way he talks and the poise he has and the refusal to buckle or take the bait. Our world could use a lot more people like him, and we should strive to be more like him as opposed to some of the more bombastic leaders on either side of whatever political aisle. But I hate tiptoeing around stuff, so I'm going to stop talking about it. But I think on this day, it is really worth taking a deep dive in Martin Luther King Jr. because he really was a remarkable person. And I'll just say, because I know a lot of people, when you bring up Martin Luther King Jr., goodness, I shouldn't be getting into this, but you know what? Some of you are thinking this. People really like to bring him up and say, well, you know, he cheated on his wife. Which I don't know. I hear people say that. I have no idea if that's true. I don't really care. But, you know, you folks that bring that up, I would encourage you to read your Bible closer. Because some of the great men of the Bible were not perfect. I believe King David was called a man after God's own heart. And he was definitely not faithful to his wife, and he did it in a gross way. So, I don't even know. That was free. That's not, I don't know. That was free. So, this is Randy with Doing Cut and Trim. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again soon and talk to you more and tell you more things that I know, but I'm not allowed to say yet. So, it's Randy with Doing Cut and Trim. Have a good one.